finished at this point, but I talked about the Black's Law. Stop referring to yourself as a color, black or white. That's what I'm saying. They want to make it just black and white so they could put you both into the same box. So black folks, white folks, if you're still calling yourselves that, believe you are that. Don't think that you've inherited anything. Black by the word actually means pale or white. White by the word actually means black by the concept. So this means both are in the trap. Both are now forfeiting the 13th Amendment, which makes them criminals. And now that you're a criminal, then your children can be worked. Everybody can be worked around you. You can be taken advantage of. Just like the non-consent actually disappeared off the internet, like things like that would protect you, that are part of your treaty and your law of the cosmos, you no longer have because you're referring to yourself as a code. And so that's the ID, that's the numbers. It's just a quick absolution, right? Absolute. Be sure that this is not you. This may
Africa. When you think of those big rulers that's going to and fro the earth, devouring the nations, understand the power of government from Kamat. And that's M-A-A-T, not M-E-T. Do you understand? So our greatest mistake is assuming that because you and I, you understand, or put on an ankh or wear our colors, you understand what I'm saying? And think that we got something on this European. This European got the top, most sublime level of Kamatan psychology, Kamatan symbiology, Kamatan etymology, Kamatan orthology, Kamatan symbolism, Kamatan philosophy, and know more about Dawoodi Diueti, that they call Tahuti, that they call Hermes Trismegistus, which is the culture of our people that our people then played off because they want to be believers. That's why we're screwed. Because we get this attitude that we're the powerful gods of earth. Don't even know the word God is only 500 years old. And it's a German word. And that came from Germans who studied the people of the Mauryan dynasty in the area that is known as Paro, that was later called Hindustan, that you call today India. And the first ones who studied us were called Aryans. That's where the European got the term Aryan. It ain't no race. It is the first students of Kodam who studied you. And that culture they called Got, from which the word God came from. It is a verb transitive. It's not even a noun. So I'm saying to you, when our people don't really know their own history in the world, their concepts are wrong because we keep looking only at Kamat as we see it in symbolism. Wrong concept.
Beautiful teaching from one of the grandmaster teachers out here. I mean, that's beautiful, brother. Sarnetta gets schooled by one of the best teachers dealing with the Moors history.
And my point is,
yes,
this
sir.
is my point, Sarnetta. We're looking at Europe even owning Europe. They don't even own Europe. Even that is yours under the Druids. Now I'm going to tell you another key. You know what? King, family, come back over, brother. You know why you hear the term, just like in the early servitude days here, when they talk about the Pickaninnies? They called our children the Pickaninnies. You know why? Because we're the Picts who ruled in Europe before we assented the land to them. That's why the Pope got the Moor of Freising, the king of Freising, in his coat of arms.
Now, when you said we're the Picts, what you mean by that? Like,
Meaning
we're the Picts.
Now, the Dubs, the Picts, that's why our people need to know all history. Because these are the same people that brought the culture from what you call Kemet. Because we ruled there too. Our concepts are wrong. We are the Druids. And that Stonehenge is an astrological observatory chamber. That's ancient. And that's your real culture. And also, that's what Masonry is too. Now, when you look at, you take all the signs, example, who is Libra?
Mayat.
Oh, all right.
And Venus.
Exactly.
And Aphrodite.
Now,
and Esther.
and
Easter.
Isis.
And Isis. And Ishtar.
What is the name of the first man on the planet? Now that's maintained in the secret societies and in the attic chambers of the mystery schools of Egypt. Aisha. Now is that masculine or is it feminine? Oh, please. I'm telling you, brother, There's
sir.
a lot that our people need to know, but most of all, we need to learn to love instead of hate. And if you pay attention to us, and you know because you've been dealing with this a long time, you deal with a lot of people from a lot of walks of life, you've traveled, you understand, and you know, if anything comes through New York, if it comes through New York, it's been seen someplace else. I mean, you know what I mean? If it's seen someplace else, you're going to see it in New York.
So, right there,
Now,
en la borinqueña.
Sinetta, now hold this for me for a minute. Now let me give you an example. You can take, you know, and this also is indicative how other Asiatics come from other countries and they immediately come in our communities. Like say you out there busting it. You down there busting, you've been busting it for years, right? But say one of them stores is empty down there that you've been working in front of for years, right? So now here comes the man talking to you about a license or not, or vending license, etc. Remember, this is a European.
Right.
He ain't American, he's European. Our people will call him American, wouldn't they? Giving up their birthright. You see what our problem is? Because we don't even know basic geography and basic sociology and anthropology. We violated law, and then you give him the sovereign power, then he got you paying him a tax for operating on your own land, because our people are disconnected from the land. Now I just want to make this other point to you too. Ordinary dictionary, right? Merriam-Webster's dictionary, right? No secret, right?
Right.
Black, right? There's black.
Right.
Adjective, right?
Right.
Middle English, isn't it? That shows you the etymological origin, right?
Right.
Right. Now, Middle English, when you see the brackets, that gives you the history of the word.
Right.
It goes not past the medieval period or the mid-century. Most of our people do not know how to read a dictionary. These are keys that was given to Malcolm. That's how woke him up to his second degree. You understand? When he thought he had it covered. Then when people recognize that he woke up, a lot of people can't get in his pockets no more, so now somebody's been playing with us. But he wouldn't take the payoff, so they got rid of him. But the truth is what it is. It is what it is, not what we want it to be. Now this is just a basic dictionary, but if you had a good dictionary, it would give you an etymological breakdown or development of words. And right here you have black or more.
Right.
Then it's a noun, and it's irregular, and then it's black, which is the adjective, and you see a small case, right? Then plus more, which is capitalized because that's the proper noun, right? And that's a dark-skinned person, especially black, etc. And the other dictionary says African American, whatever they call them, but that's the identity. Everybody knows who we are except us.
Right.
And you present this to our people, and they'll try to take that and make that like it never even happened. You know why? Because they've been writing all their books in black.
Okay, I heard a few Moors will say that Moor means black. Is
They'll
that
say
true?
means. Now, let's look like this. I'm gonna show you this. They'll tell you that Kemet means black. Then they'll tell you that Ham means black. Then they'll tell you that the Ankh means black. Then they'll tell you that Moor means black. Then they'll tell you that Moroccan means black. Then they'll tell you Ethiopian means black. Then they'll tell you that Arab means black. Then they'll tell you that Abyssinia means black.
That's right.
Now, black is a Middle English word which I just showed you, which is contemporary. And so what has happened is we have taken a definition that is European, totally contemporary, provably contemporary, and then keep taking it and putting it retroactive in history when they didn't mean none of that. They meant exactly what they meant. Kemet means Kemet. Ankh means Ankh. It's a regenerative geometrical symbol of the uterus and the fallopian tubes in the birth canal of women, because all Asiatic culture were matriarchs and not patriarchs. And what happens is we keep going into Asiatic history with a patriarchal mind from the patriarchs of Rome, and then going into our so-called divine, sublime, Kamatan history with that patriarchal mind. That's why we're so damn corrupt. And then we're so damn hypocritical, we don't want to accept it because we think somebody's going to take our balls off. No, that's what's wrong with us. We're full of it. You know, because we got issues. And that's the truth. And people need to tell us to our face that, you know, we punked out. Because we scared because we don't know how to handle women, so we keep on trying to dominate them like the Christians did when they took over and destroyed the matriarchal system. That's what the patriarchy is all about. And if the people don't believe it, they need to go into European history and let the European tell them themselves, because he got it written down. He didn't hide it. He even got it in the King Alfred plan. What do they do in military plans when they conquer a nation? They study the woman. Study the being as it comes from the womb of woman and operates from that point, because they deal with the math of how things work, not what our opinions are, not even what their beliefs are that they pump on people, because they don't believe the stuff they pumping on people themselves. That's what mind control. You know it and I know it.
That's right.
Our problem has been is that we keep getting this idea that the Muslim world didn't hold people to slavery. We keep looking at it just the Christians did it. That's what our problem is. You know what I mean? And let's look at this like a real deal. When Il Malik woke up, was it some holy roly great Muslim brother that came to wake him up? No, it was a blue-eyed French Muslim that woke him up, told him he didn't leave home. I mean, he didn't visit home just because he's making the Hajj with this black and white game. He left home. But that was a great Masonic secret that he wasn't supposed to find out. Then he's uncomfortable now, because now he done found out the great Masonic secret. He's over there calling the white man devil, and the white man telling him he ain't white man. They don't even know it's a status. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
White and black are statuses. They're legal statuses. And so our people are looking at them as identities. This is where the clash comes, because they lack understanding. Meaning that, me too. I mean, I'm for the power of our people. Now, like, say, for instance, you say you're for black power. You're for our people.
Right. That's what I mean when I say
And I'm for you for our people. But when you say black power, you just cast them right into the lowest class of society. But it is only not for a lack of sincerity. It's a lack of knowing what it means in an engineering perspective. And so a social engineer recognizes it immediately. A person who's just passionately battling for the rights of their people are not looking at it from that perspective. So they're innocent victims of linguistics and law.
teach, brother.
Now, what happens is, if a brother come try to wake them up, we're all passionately, because we got to do this thing now, right? We're trying to fix something. So now we're frustrated, but our passions are blinding us to that we are casting ourselves in the lowest caste of society. I suggested you do this too, and this for Asiatics. Go into one of the great historians that's recognized all over the world, David McRitchie. That's European. And they'll tell you in the history that black and white are legal statuses. They have nothing to do with complexion.
Nope, not at all.
And guess what? That's not just here. That's all over the world. Our people here who've been miseducated from European colonialism are the only ones that don't know it. And we keep on arguing the low status and then get mad because people treat us accordingly.
Right.
So when the Moors say that they not black, but
That's
they,
why
but,
they're talking status.
but they will say, I'm a free white person.
Yes,
You're
now.
dealing with status.
Go get the law book.
You ain't dealing with the color of complexion.
Now, come on.
Status.
Come on.